The Daily Purge. How you doing today? Hope you're doing fantastic, man. It is already Monday, winding down March already. Freaking incredible, man. Winding down March. It's crazy. Let me share this around real quick so I could share and spread the wealth, whatever it is. Right? So if you feel like sharing, tagging people, please do. I would appreciate it. Anything we can do to spread the word, the good word, is wonderful and great, and I would appreciate it. So starting with authenticity. It's something that's a word that's overused. Be authentic, be original, be yourself, and don't let other people dictate. Everyone knows all those words and stuff, but let me ask you a question. Why is it that so many aren't authentic? Hey, Olga, why is it there's so many people that aren't authentic in who they are? Well, it's because of the pressures of the outside world, right? We're pressured into thinking you have to be like this, you have to be like that, you have to wear this kind of clothes, you have to do this kind of thing, you got to say this thing. That's why buzzwords are always so quickly picked up, because let me go. Because people hear something, oh, that sounds cool. Let me say it. Da 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 da. Next thing you know, everyone's saying the same thing over and over again. That's herd mentality, right? There's nothing wrong with that if that's what you dig and you want an easy life where you can just sort of glide along and do what you do, work 9 to 5, have weekends off. I remember those days. They weren't bad, right? But the more you learn, the less you know. The more you say, the more you have to explain, right? So when it comes to me, I can only talk about me or the people that I hang out with and stuff. Is in order to be authentic, you have to have and know your core values. Because if you don't know and have your core values, then what are you being authentic to? Right? And if I ask you your core values or your core operating system, which is we have in the Humble Alpha, could you answer that? There's nothing wrong if you can't. Most people can't. Most people have no idea what I'm talking about when I say what's your core operating system. What do you operate upon? What are your core morals and principles and values that you live by? And you might tell me honesty and I like being a good person and all these kind of things that everyone says, but is it really embedded in your mind as a operating system, or is it just something that you just say when someone asks you? Right? This is the whole point about being authentic. In order to be authentic, you have to know who you are. If you don't know who you are, how can you be authentic? Because you don't know who you are. It's like it's a given. So what do? We look out ways to be authentic. There's a guy that's wearing a plaid shirt, a long beard, slick back hair. Looks really cool. I'm going to dress like that so I can be authentic too. Well, you're not. Right? Let me wear the clothes that the other people wear. It's not about the clothes, right? It's not about looking like other people. It's about you going for yourself, coming from the inside here, pouring out what you have to give, because everyone has something to give. Everyone's a teacher. Everyone's a student every single day, right? And if you can embrace your true identity of who you really are, your life will change, because everything falls away. You don't worry about what people think. You don't worry about what you're going to get. You do more about what you can give, because if you exchange and change your mind from asking to receive to just giving what you want to receive, you will end up getting what you wanted in the first place. Law of reciprocity, right? So we talk about investing in relational capital. There's so many ways that we can work on this, but the true point of authenticity is this. Your core values and your operating system is what dictate and determine who you are. And if you know who you are, then you're authentic, because you're going to live by those core values, right? And I don't mean a nice strap line, because a lot of people, oh yeah, this is my strap line. But then, we know personally companies that have the most amazing and fantastic strap line. And we're like, wow, we can't wait to work with them. We work with them. Turns out it's just a strap line. It has nothing to do with their core operating system. It has nothing to do with how they operate. Nothing to do how they treat their partners and collaboration partners and joint venture partners. So we leave them. Simple as that, right? No matter the detriment, because in the moment where it seems like everything's wrong, that's the moment where the universe is telling you, dude, wake up. This is not for you. This is not what you're supposed to be doing right now. That's why it's in the way. So if we can reduce the importance and reduce the desire of what we think we want and need, then the universe will take over. God, or whoever it is that you call it, will take over and balance that out for you and give you exactly what you want. Because as we know, you always get what you want, right? You just don't know what you want most of the time. And if you say, I want money, well, that's not what you want. You want not to be broke. What's up, brother? You want not to be broke. You want not to be poor. That's what you want, right? You can't say, I want money. I want money. That's not what you want. You want a way to live where you're not struggling. You want a way to live where you're not always looking for money. You want a way to live where you have a harmonious relationship. What do you want? Not what you don't want. Right? What do you want? Who are you and what do you want? If I ask you right now to write down in the comments, all massive amounts of you watching right now, 4 of you, what would you write? What do you want for your life? What do you think your life is going to be down the road? What do you want for that? What kind of a life is that? How do you feel in that life? This is that picture that I was talking about painting, right? Finish the picture. Let go of the how and focus on your intention of taking those steps forward, co-creating as you go. Intention is the active part of desire. Desire turns into things when you have an intention behind that desire. Think about that. You desire something. Okay, time to move. My intention is to move. What do? You start moving. That desire turns into action through that intention. All right, to survive would be a good start in today's environment. Well, be careful what you wish for. If you say, Justice, so I'm imagining a lot recently about meeting whales. Okay, there you go, Martina. Good. Well, take that imagining, right, and set it as an intention, right? Set it as an intention, as something that is already happening. And I know it's already happening because you've told me it's already happening. And see your life in the front as if it's already happened. To do that, I need to have enough money to go. No, you don't. Money's already there, Martina. You just have to realize it. Same thing with me. I have that issue too. I have that issue too. It's already right there in front of us. We have to realize it. We have to let go. We have to trust ourselves. We have to know who we are. We have to know our identity, and we have to create as we go, co-create as we go, taking that step, right? Making the difference in our lives for us. People talk about you got to take care of number one. You got to take care of number one, but rarely do they. Mothers, fathers, grandmothers, grandfathers, aunts, uncles, they're always taking care of somebody else and putting themselves last. Well, that shit's got to stop, right? It's got to stop. Nobody in your world will be as happy as they can be when you're not happy. Nobody in your world will be as abundant as they can be when you're not as abundant as you can be. It's as simple as I know it from personal experience, right? We radiate, the world, reflects and mirrors back what we give out. If you walk up to somebody in a bad mood, you think they're going to come back and kiss you? No, they're going to be in a bad mood. If you go to somebody in a great mood, you think they're going to punch you in the face? No, they're going to come back in a good mood. When we realize that we actually program the world around us every single day, it's incredible. Things don't even exist unless you notice them. So stop noticing them. Notice the good things, not the bad things, right? If you don't know, I didn't even notice that happen. I didn't even notice how he did this. Well, it's because it wasn't in your realm of experience. So forget about it. It wasn't on that lifeline. So forget about it, right? Start focusing on the things that are good, things that are happening, the things that can be and should be and are already, but you haven't realized yet. How late am I? Joe, you're not late. You're not late. Martina, when we do what we love, there's never any work to do. And I can tell you, I'm 85% there. The things that I do, I love. I can sit down on the sofa and watch TV if I want, which I never do. I can go out and lay in the sun like I did today. So I got a little bit of red in my face just because I felt like it, when I felt like it, right? Does that mean I'm rich and I'm super wealthy? No, but it means I have the peace of mind to be able to sit there and enjoy myself and not say, oh God, I hope I better do something, or I got to make some money, or I got to earn a living, or I got to finish that deal. No. Let go, let back. And then Martina, you and I were talking, I had a rough day yesterday again, right? So, I go through this all the time. The only reason I'm telling you this is because I'm telling myself this. I'm going through the same thing with you. So I'm not here. I'm not one of those guys that are telling, hey, listen to me, I know everything. Because I don't. I'm telling you my experiences and what I've experienced over the last years, that every time I have that focus of creating my own reality, truthfully letting go of all of the distractions and all the bullshit in the world around us that we think we have to do and people say we have to do, and this got to be like this and that. It's so easy to get into that rut. When you let go of all that stuff, your life changes. Your life changes. Your energy changes. That energy changes the world around you because why? They're mirroring that energy. Easier said than done. Of course it is, Joe. And if you say that, that's exactly what it's going to be. Harder to do. I learned from you, reflect what you say to me. Joe, brother, you, my friend, easier said than done. Switch that around. Easier done. How's that? Easier done than said. How's that? Then do it and stop saying it. It's just like I always talk about. I want that want energy. What's want energy? Want energy is when you say, I want to go check the mail. Do you make a plan? Do you worry about it? Do you strategize? Say, oh my God, I can do this. I can do this. I can go check the mail. No, you just go check the freaking mail. When you want to go to the newsstand and buy a newspaper, do you make a plan? No, you just go to the newsstand and get a newspaper. And if you don't get the newspaper, who gives a shit? Doesn't matter. So you didn't get it. It's not a big deal. You don't crush your, oh my God, I didn't reach my goal of reaching the newspaper. Right? This is how I try and live life. This is how I've learned that easier done than said. There you go, brother. You know, Glenda, we need to step back and reflect and then move on. Reflection moves clear. Amen. I just talked to your son today about all that stuff. It was great conversation. That's why I'm so fired up. Glenda is Lane's mother, by the way. And so when just think about that for a second. Hey, I'm going to go to the newspaper. I'm going to go to the stand and get a newspaper. You start walking to the newsstand. You get distracted. You go somewhere else. You get something else. Sit down, eat some chicken or whatever. Next thing you know, oh, I forgot the newspaper. Whatever. I'll get it tomorrow. That's how we have to look at life. That's what I've been experiencing lately, that when I blow it off, like, you know what? If it didn't happen, it wasn't supposed to happen. If it didn't happen, well, that means something else is going to happen. If something bad happened, that's only the way that I'm looking at that something bad. Right? If I look at that thing as, how do I create, why is this a good thing? Why am I asking myself that question? Why is this a good thing when something bad happens? Why is this a good thing? I'm asking myself that because my amygdala will automatically start creating solutions for me. And if you're with a friend, Martina, we're on the phone and we start talking, we're going to co-create a solution that neither one of us would have come up with on our own. That's the power of it, man. That's the power of creation. It's freaking incredible. It excites me when I think about it. But you get up in the morning, you're in a funk, right? You don't even feel like meditating, even though all you need to do is turn on some music and you don't have to get out of bed, right? But still, no, let me go drink a coffee to wake up, right? There's your first mistake. We didn't take our habits and our routine seriously. I'm the same thing. The only thing I do every day, unless I'm sick like I am now, is I go to the gym. That's the one thing I do every day. Sometimes I don't meditate. Sometimes I'll do later in the day. I take naps sometimes. Sometimes I don't take naps, right? There's a variation of what works for me. But the one thing I do is the gym every single day. We live in an imperfect world. Exactly, Olga. And in an imperfect world, what do? You take imperfect action. Creating as you step forward. Every step you're creating as you go. Naps, love naps. One of my major strengths in life is taking a nap. It's incredible. I've done 1, 2, 10 years work, maybe 3 months. Yes, you have, Martina. And you're flying. It's almost like it's you're trying to catch up to your own sort of forward movement, right? You know what I mean? Like consciously, like, oh my God, like what's happening here? You know, it's awesome. Be okay with okay. Joe, be great with great. How's that sound? You know what I'm saying? Be great with great. Don't be okay with okay. Fuck okay. Excuse my French. Who the hell wants to be okay, Joe? Come on, man. Come on, brother. I know you. Is it okay's not enough? Be great. You want to live the rest of your life being okay? Hell no. You want to be okay just for your kids? No. You want to be the greatest dad in the world. Right? You want to be the greatest husband in the world. You want to be the greatest man in the world, the greatest person in the world. That's what you want to be, right? It doesn't mean you have to compare yourself to other people. That means to your potential, the greatness that you have within you. That's all that matters. Screw comparing yourself to other people. Dude, I'm only saying this because I love you guys. I'm only saying this because I love you guys, man. You know, I mean, I could in the end care less, but I don't. I actually do care. You know, I care because the people that I talk to, you know, thank you, Glinda. The people that I talk to are people that I care about. The people, if I take time with you, that means I care about you, right? This right here, what I'm doing, the Daily Purge, is for me, and I'm letting you in on my crazy mind, right? The things that I think about. I actually think about this stuff every single day, if you can believe it, right? These are the kind of things that I think about. So I'm letting you in on my mind, hoping that maybe you will get some value out of this. Some of you do, some of you don't. Some of you laugh, some of you cry. It doesn't matter how you receive it, as long as you receive it, right? Thanks, Lane's mom. There you go, Joe. Look at that. I love it. Man, fired up today. I'd rather be imperfect. This sets perfect standard for me. Others, you know, it isn't even about the others, Olga. It isn't about the others. You cared about my friend Sarah Bradshaw today. I did indeed. She was awesome. She's a powerhouse. She could really crush it. Olga, imperfect, right? I'd rather be imperfect. Let's set the perfect. Why put a label on it? Imperfect compared to what? Right? That's the thing I'm talking about. You got to be perfect. Compared to what? Imperfect. Compared to what? To who? To whose standards? Is if you go to Russia, that's a bad example. Let's say you go to China, and then you go to Europe, you go to America, you go to South America, and let's say you go to Asia somewhere, right? 5 different things, 5 different standards, 5 different normals, 5 different imperfects, whatever. So who are you comparing with? Forget comparison. What's your potential? That's perfect. If we forget about all that stuff that we're supposed to be doing and measuring ourselves against, we end up looking at ourselves and going, holy shit, I'm freaking amazing. Look at the shit that I'm doing. This is amazing. This is what we need to do. We need to embrace ourselves. Forget about the outside world. Forget about all those things. As long as you're certain in your ability to deploy your genius, your special talents in any given situation, that's all you need. Because that's certainty, my friend. That's certainty in yourself. And the certainty in yourself is what drives the authenticity. The authenticity is driven through the foundation of your true identity of who it is that you really are, your core values and principles. You got that? You got an edge over the rest of the world. I promise you that. I promise you that. If you've ever met me in person, you know that I'm like this. Like, this is really how I live. Intense, on the edge all the time. I love it. It's what it is because I'm always striving to expand, right? Oh, I'm sorry. Imperfect. There you go. All right. That's right. Imperfect. Woo, that was a good one. Man, that was fun. All right. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Sorry about that, Olga. I missed it up. You're always dropping some bombs here, man. That's awesome. Sharpest edge, that. Amen to that. Jesus. You hear my voice cracking out because I'm all fired up about this stuff. Well, I'm going to go create some more reality. Reading some of my books. I want to read you a quote. I'll read you a quote. Let me see here. Let me read a good one. My book of quotes. I'm going to talk about. Let's see here. Let me get a good one here. Okay, here we go. When trying to solve a problem, follow one golden rule before you even start considering where the solution might be. Reduce the level of importance you associate with that problem. That way, balanced forces will not get in the way, and the problem can be solved quickly and easily. So reduce the importance of the problem. Why is it a problem, right? If you want to push through a hurdle, or if you want to push through a challenge, that's going to take more energy than going around it and saying, that's actually not a challenge at all. That's just a bump in the road. Over you go. See you later. Pan out. Look at where you are in your life. Pan out. Look at your whole lifeline. How much of an impact does this moment right now actually have in your whole life? Nada. So realize that. Move on. Don't give it any importance. Yeah, I'm telling myself this. Martina's like, where were you yesterday? Where was this yesterday? I know it, Martina, but I don't always keep it in the forefront. You know what I mean? Like, I'm a better teacher than I'm a learner, I guess. I don't know. All right. All right. Hope you have a fantastic one, everybody. Thanks so much for tuning in. This was a fun one today. I'm looking forward to seeing everybody in the UK. Going to the UK on the 7th until the 11th in some hotel at Heathrow to give a speech on a 3-day event on mergers and acquisitions. And right after that, I'm heading down to London. I'll meet Martina. I meet some others from the UK. And we're going to have a little event there. And I'm going to do some live interview in some studio. And then we're going to meet some people, lunch, dinner, or whatever. Going to be awesome. Going to be awesome. Then after that, heading to Peru in May. Can't wait for that. Going to Houston first, get 3 days of two sessions each of a special chiropractic treatment to try to fix my neck. And then I'm going to Peru with Lane, with some of you from the UK as well on the Humble Alpha Journey. By the way, there's 2 spots left. If you're not booked yet for Peru, there's 2 spots left. And I think you want to come this time. This is probably going to be our most epic journey ever because of the combination of people that we have. All right? I'd love to see you there. Otherwise, have NFT.io. We are in the middle of our second phase of the private sale. If you haven't bought yourself an NFT yet, we switched from ECTA to ECTA tokens to Ethereum. So you can, in 3 clicks, you're done, right? Instead of 20 clicks like we had before. We would love to have your support. It's all about the veterans. And now I'm actually in calls for the next 4 days with the UK veterans organizations to start Have UK. Oh, can't wait. All right, everybody, have a fantastic one. By Jesus' stripes, you are healed, Stephen. You were teaching me. Oh, thanks, Martina. Awesome. Okay, everybody, have a fantastic one. Remember, it's all about quality of life. See you tomorrow.